Hey, Christy Mattoon here from Mind Rewire. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, follow, wherever you're seeing this at. I greatly appreciate it. It always helps my standings. And I always appreciate the little bump. I'm doing a talk right now, and actually I've been working with some people on their focus, right? What are you focusing on? And it pops up a lot, and you've all heard this. I'm just going to read it to you. It says, focus on what you want. Instead of talking about what you don't want, start getting excited about what you do want to create in your life, right? So get excited about what you do want to create. Where your focus goes, your energy flows. I've talked about this before. Whatever you're focusing on is where your energy goes. And so I want you to think for a second about this. Where is your focus, right? What are you focusing on? And more so than that, so you have your focus, you know what you're focusing on. What are you feeling? Because the feeling, and this thing even says it says, get excited about what you do want to create in your life. And so that level of feeling has to matter. It has to be in here. The feeling inside your body can be different than what you're actually focusing on. You could be focusing on something super great, and the feeling inside your body could be one of doubt, could be one of like lack of trust, maybe in yourself or in others. Could be one of anger, could be one of hatred, could be one of like any range of those emotions. So if you're finding yourself stuck, if you're finding yourself with a block, you can't quite get through it, think about what it is you're focusing on, what you're trying to achieve, and then notice how you feel. If you get excited for a second, you can get it up there and hang on to it, right? You're on the right track. If you're noticing you're totally in self-doubt, self-sabotage, pity, anger, hate, lack of faith, like all of the words we assign to it, what's going on inside your body is you're actually, you're under some stress inside your physical body. The stress is equated to cortisol, right? If you go into it on a deeper level, it's the cortisol, adrenaline, neuroepinephrine, all of these different hormones and chemicals that give you this booster shot of these negative feelings that we label as emotions. And we put all these different words to it. So assign your word, right? Assign your word. That's basically the equivalency of it. This is the same idea that we talk about in health a lot, especially recently, is that we're looking for the root cause. What's the root cause of disease? What's the root cause of, like, if it's an autoimmune disease? And there's a lot of naturopaths, a lot of doctors right now saying, more on the holistic side, of course, saying that autoimmune diseases aren't a separate, like the labels and titles that we give them aren't separate issues. It's all the same thing. The weakest link in your body is what gets attacked, but at the end of the day, it's basically all inflammation in your system. And then on my end of the spectrum, I start asking the question, well, where did the inflammation come from? And they do too, where did the inflammation come from? The root cause. Inflammation isn't even the root cause. What's the root cause? Was it emotional upset? Was it something that happened to you a long time ago that never got taken care of? Right? These are the questions I start to ask. Now, if you're back to what am I focusing on? I'm focusing on this great thing that I want to see in my life, but I'm getting these lower chemical feelings. I'm getting these levels of feelings that cause me to be in distrust, anger, hate, I don't know, use your words, doubt, whatever the thing is, lack of faith. The chemical construction itself is causing those feelings from something that happened in your past. If you can focus on the thing that you're trying to get to, the thing that you want in a higher level feeling, it changes the composition of your body. It will actually bring you out of stress. It will bring you out of depression. It will bring you out of anxiety. Because all those things come from the same chemical, hormonal components. That is the underlying. That is the root cause of your block. That is the root cause of all of these things. In that higher, and I'm going to use the word vibration, even though it throws some people off, in that higher vibration, because you are an electromagnetical unit, right? We have this electric circuitry and electricity circulating through us. Your vibration matters. Your vibration is the equivalency of your hormonal chemical flow. Where are you at? What do you feel like? What do you want to feel like? What do you want to feel like? I want to feel like a superhero pretty much all day long. So that's what I think about. And then all of a sudden I feel better because I get super excited and you get those good chemicals and hormones in your body. And then life magically changes around you. I just now watched a client of mine that's been doing super well. She's doing really good with this stuff. We're training her body to recognize this new feeling, right? So we created the feeling, we started assigning words to it, and now we're training her body to stay with this feeling. And she came in and she had a situation where some people were supposed to be doing something and they weren't doing what they were supposed to be doing. They were watching her do the work and just letting her do. And she was super angry and upset about it. And she's like, like, people like this are what derail the whole thing. And I'm like, it's not their problem. That's your problem. Where's your level of feeling? And if you can hold on to this higher vibration, even around people like that get you upset, guess what? It doesn't upset you. You have to look at them through a different lens and it changes your perception. And that's the really cool part. When things happen, when somebody says something and you're like, I just don't have to engage in this. I don't have to do this with you. I'm going to stay in my higher vibration. I'm going to stay in this feeling I've got because it's better than being in stress or distress or doubt or I don't even know. Again, pick your words. Pick the thing that's in your, in your palette or on your plate right now. And that higher level feeling, that all changes. And then when you focus on something, that good energy goes to it instead of the negative energy going to it. Does that make sense? The good energy will go to it instead of the negative energy going to it. Okay, so focus on what you want. Feel it different. If you're working with me, we're training the feeling into your subconscious because I believe if you feel that way all the time, manifestation gets super easy. Instead of talking about what you don't want, you have to state it in a way, like state it in a positive way. And some people say, well, that's lying to myself. I can't really lie to myself about it. It's not really lying to yourself about it. You do want it. You have to state it in such a way you get the better chemicals with it. Get excited about it. And then create something else. Keep going, right? Don't ever stop. Keep the ball rolling because the more you do it, your brain's logging this information. Proteins and neurons come together. You're creating neural pathways and you're creating them in good chemicals. That's what we want. That's what we want because then it'll stick in your mind better. Yeah? Okay. I thought I was done before and I kept talking. I apologize. I try to keep these short. Blessings to you. I hope this helps. This is Mind Rewire. Wherever you're seeing this, like, love, follow, subscribe, please. Blessings to you, and I will be talking to you again soon.